Friend Info Adventure Co. is an immaturely mature podcast. Content warnings can be found in the episode description.
Yay.
Woo. Welcome back to Friend Info Adventure Co. We're gonna have a real exciting episode here, aren't we, guys?
Woo.
Yes. Combat heavy. Let's go.
Combat. I'm Riley. I am the Bunker Master, the Storyteller, the World Weaver, all of that junk. And a frivolous fact about Alaspis is that nobody really loves ice in their drinks.
Why?
Some people like it, it's like, but more people dislike ice in their drinks.
Fair enough.
Fascinating.
Maybe it's because the freezing process is not very sanitary.
Again, why? Describe how, instead of freezers, do they have shit boxes?
The air is just really stinky in them.
There's a group that goes around and sells ice, and they're a bunch of ice wizards, and they freeze ice that's kind of local, and usually it's not the cleanest ice. Like, they'll just go to a lake and they'll freeze it.
The coldest part of an ice wizard is their armpit.
What?
That's my frivolous fact. Hello, I'm Phil. I play Tarquin. A frivolous fact about him is if there was a zombie apocalypse, he would probably live in a treehouse.
Okay, well, shit. Can zombies climb trees?
I wouldn't have thought so.
Or ladders?
I suppose it depends on the zombie. Like, if it's like Romero zombies, probably not.
Yeah, but it would be like a retractable ladder, obviously.
Well, yeah,
True.
definitely.
You could just put like a sign out front too that says no zombies allowed.
There you go. Problem solved.
Oh my gosh, why has no one ever tried that during, like, they're dumb, right? So they just would see that and be like, oh, yeah, that's me. Never mind.
It's what they don't tell you about zombies is that they're all like super strict rule followers.
They love brains. They love rules.
Yeah.
It's just everyone's usually so busy like screaming and running, no one just stops and says, excuse me, that's not allowed.
I was trying to think of something. I'm Kimberly.
What would Phaleon do in the apocalypse?
Probably nothing. Probably start laughing. I'm Kimberly. I play Phaleon. A frivolous fact about Phaleon is that she finds zombies silly.
I thought you were going to say sexy.
Opposite. Complete opposite.
Oh my god. And I thought my, philia was bad.
Like robots, yum. Zombies, ooh, hello.
Oh dear.
A wink. You could eat my brains any day.
Imagine a zombie robot. Ooh.
I feel like we got sidetracked on that, and now I don't want to ask any follow-up questions. So, Matt, go next.
I am Matt. I play Good Boy. And a frivolous fact about him is that he does live in a treehouse right now, but in the apocalypse, he would have to move out.
Why would he have to move out?
He forgot to put up the no zombies allowed sign.
Yeah.
He's got to move somewhere that has one.
Fair enough.
I'm Kyle. I play Mercurius, and Mercurius' favorite color is green. Wait, I did that one.
I was
Did I
going to
do
say,
that one?
I don't know. Well, I don't know. The color in your background is green. Your tie is green, right? Like,
Yeah, I got a green tie.
yeah. I don't know if we've said it officially that your favorite color is green. So if you want that to count, great.
Sure, that'll do.
Yeah.
I should check that off the list.
Would it still be green during the apocalypse?
All the sexiest zombies are green.
Yeah. He's trying to attract zombie robots, so it's got to be green.
The darker the green, the riper the zombie.
Well, let's get this shindig started. Previously on Friend and Foe Adventure Co., some fools came in here to attack and hostile take over Montpellier's facility. We're taking ice and making water. That's our slogan here at Montpellier Water Treatment Facility. Anyways, I shook hands with one and threw him into the rest of them. Didn't really hurt him, but I'm a big, muscly earth sorcerer. Oh, ho, ho, look at me. I've got some nice, cool hat. And I'm sexist. Oh, I'm from New Albion. Blah, blah, blah. That's how we talk. Anyway, let's fight.
Really upset you didn't say Montpellier Water Processing Facility.
Oh! So you guys are in the executive lounge. You melted the metal door with corrosive bullets. Mercurius went up and shook hands with him. He threw him back into you. So let's set the scene of the executive lounge. It's pretty large. It's a 12 by 12 square area. So against the southern wall, there's a cool purple couch. There's some purple single seats, cushioned and all. It's comfy little lounge area. There's a decent sized table in the center to eat their food in the never eat soggy waffles. In the western and the northern corner, there are counters. There's an orange fridge, ugly as hell. Between some counters on the northern wall, there's an oven, stovetop, all that stuff, real fancy. And then there are some vending machines against that wall as well. And there you are, standing in front of Tank Blossom.
He hasn't told us his name is Tank Blossom, right? Or did he?
No, he has.
Did he do that last time?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm Tank Blossom, and I'm here to fuck you up.
Where's Bastion?
He's dealing with... Wait a minute, I don't answer to you.
Oh, okay. Sorry, sir.
I'm the executive here. He's wearing this nice brown 3-piece suit. It's got kind of like a rocky color to it. His hat, there are these like tech pieces on it. Let's roll for initiative. You can talk and whatnot during your turns if you want.
17.
Ooh, not 20.
I also got a nat 20.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
I got a 12.
Do I add something to initiative?
Yeah, your speed and your badass rank. Hey, by the way, I didn't do this last time. We leveled up Kimmy's badass rank last time. Well, Mercurius, your badass rank leveled up when you shot the metal door with your corrosive stuff. Good boy, your badass rank leveled up when you knocked down the door and surfed on it, like to go into Bastion's office.
It was pretty badass.
And Tarquin, you haven't leveled it up yet.
Sympathy. Fine.
No, you haven't leveled it up yet. No sympathy. But legitimately, I was like, why? I just spaced it in the moment because I was like, those were totally badass things. I don't think Tarquin quite had the badass moment last time. You were gonna blow up that guard booth, but then I think you didn't have any grenades.
No, that's true.
And then
It's
we
fine.
generated you a grenade so that you could, or so that Good Boy could grab one of your grenades and put it in the, yeah, anyways, real funny stuff. Real great A episode. So yeah, everybody except for Tarquin's badass rank is 2. So you get to add your badass rank and your speed mod to your initiative.
So that puts me at 13. Where does that put me in the order now?
Before Tank, or no, after Tank.
I got 23.
I'll be 24 after mod.
Okay.
All right. This right here is a copy machine.
Coffee?
Xerox.
Copy, like a Xerox machine.
Oh, copy. Why is there a copy machine in the executive lounge?
So that doesn't make sense.
Because then you take your coffee mug over to it and it copies your coffee and then you've got coffee copies. You never run out.
Exactly.
But when you're an executive, you are the job. So you might be tucking into a tasty snack, but you can still be copying some files.
Exactly.
Can the copy machine have like a cup holder on the side of it?
It absolutely does.
Excellent.
So on the eastern wall, eastern, a little bit south of you guys, there is a copy machine. So we are in initiative order now. So we have got Mercurius here first.
I'm going to stay right where I am because I'm adjacent to 3 allies. They're probably going to move around a bit, but I like to be adjacent. And then you guys will take 1 less damage from melee.
Hey, thanks, bud.
I'm helping. I'm going to take a shot at him with my loot pistol. Accuracy of 13, 9 damage.
The loot pistol is made up of loot. That's from the loot realm, right? Our gift from the Roleplay Rejects.
That's right. Our good friends of the Roleplay Reject.
Nice.
It's like junk. It's a junk gun.
Junk.
Not the good kind of junk.
Not the good kind like you want. Oh my god. It's just like a PP gun.
Did you just say, oh my Kyle?
No.
Oh my gosh.
No. I'm not God. That's Riley. I am a mere mortal.
You shoot him with your loot pistol, and it hits into his suit, and he only takes 7 damage.
Ooh, fancy. I'm aware that it's damage. It's damaged him. I'm not gonna think about it too hard.
Yeah, like you do. It hits him.
Yeah, I'm damaged. Hello, I'm damaged.
Hi, damage. I'm dead.
What else? I have 1 grenade left. I suppose. Oh man, would it be a waste to use it right off the bat? Maybe I'll hold off on the grenade. Let's see what guy does. You know what? I'll move 2 squares this way, and then 2 squares right back. There, I used my movement.
You move 2 squares to the west and then 2 squares to the east. Give
like
me 2
crab walking.
steps to the right. Give me 2 steps to the left.
That's what's known in the business as a feint.
Yeah. Trying to throw him off.
Lovely. All right, Phaleon, your turn.
I'm going to send Pigeon to peck off one of his buttons on his little vest, right? He's wearing a vest.
Yep.
Yep, that's what he's going to do. We're just going to piss him off.
Let's roll interact.
20, a dirty 20.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, great. Now roll damage, just like a normal damage for Pigeon.
4. Okay, so Pigeon's going to fly around his face first just to bug him. And then he's going to pick the middle button and pick it off because that's more annoying than the top or the bottom button. The vest is like holding his tummy in a little bit. It's like when the middle button comes out, it just like releases his tummy a little bit.
Yeah, it has that like weird gap, you know, when somebody forgets a button.
Yeah.
He's wearing a suit jacket, a vest under that, and then a button-up shirt under that.
Okay, so he looks stupid right now.
And it does do 4 damage.
Oh, okay. And then I would like to use my crappy sniper that has shock. And I think I roll a d20 first for accuracy.
Yes.
I rolled an accuracy of 10 and I dealt 11 points of damage.
Roll an insight.
16.
So you take aim with your sniper rifle, you shoot, you know, right between Mercurius's arm because he's standing in front of you. What a good shot. And you see it go and it hits into his suit. You see some rocks crumble off of his suit, like a little bit of dust poofs out. And you notice that it does less damage because of that. And then also you see your shock just kind of like not do as much damage, almost as if it's doing half damage.
So wait, does his suit have to be off?
You end up only doing 4 points of damage.
That's not half of 11.
Well, I did -2 because of his rock exterior on his suit, and then half of that rounded down. No, we'll round up.
Wait, did the rocks come off his suit?
It's almost like dust, you know, like if you were to like smash a rock, there would be like chunks that kind of go out. So you can tell it like kind of wore out some of the suit, like degraded, eroded the suit a little.
Suit is like armor, magic armor. I tell that to everyone. I whisper it so he doesn't know. Hey guys, his suit is his armor.
Okay, so we just need to convince him to strip off.
What are you guys whispering over there?
That you're a huge dick.
Are we fighting or are we spreading rumors?
Well, you know, emotional damage is the wounds that don't heal, so.
Damn. Leave it to a woman to sit there and gossip instead of really fighting.
How's that middle button, dickhead?
Shit. Roll a d4.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, it's tough talk coming from a guy missing buttons.
3.
He takes 3 points of emotional damage. Oh,
Sorry, not sorry.
it's doubly insulting coming from a woman.
Oh my gosh, kill him.
All right. Actually, next it is his. Or are you doing anything else?
I'm just gonna stick out my tongue and Pigeon's gonna do the same thing.
Ooh. I'm imagining a hummingbird tongue, and I don't know. And I don't know.
I just imagine it like bitty, like teeny tiny little tongue.
Yeah,
Oh wait, they like drink nectar and I don't know.
I know. I think that's what I'm thinking. Like it's like cylindrical almost, and it's just like.
Aren't they really long, though?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, they like curl up inside of their head when it's retracted. It's crazy.
Is it long enough to spell, like, you're a dick in cursive?
I'm gonna say yes.
He's got rock armor. We got to use like water because water erodes the rocks over like thousands of years.
It'll
So
just take a long time, but it will
yeah, and
work.
like we just got to get him wet and then wait like a long time.
Let's piss on him.
I was gonna ask if anybody had like some $1 bills that they could start throwing at him.
God, yes. We've got gold. We could start tossing gold pieces. We could summon Pancake and like play some music on the radio.
Wait, I don't get it.
So he strips because he's a stripper.
Oh,
We're gonna make him a
okay,
stripper.
yes. Good, sorry.
Tank Blossom plunges both hands towards the ground, pulls them up, and he is holding this shotgun made up of rock. a rock gun, if you will.
I won't.
Damn it. And then he is going to shoot Mercurius for 13 points of damage.
Whoa.
Oof, owie, ouch. Ouchie, oof. Leaving me 22 shield left.
He's going to move 3 squares to the left, which is behind the table in the center. So he's got some cover.
Is it minus accuracy or minus damage?
Accuracy.
Okay.
Oh, no.
And now it is Tarquin's turn.
I am going to move to the photocopier, and I'm going to take all the paper out of the, feeder drawer.
I see where he's going with this.
Because paper beats rock, guys.
Oh, no.
So, can I initiate a badass move, please? Who else is with me? Because I want to hand out the paper, and then we all sort of bull rush him and, wrap him in paper, and that will cancel out his rock shield.
I'm definitely in.
Yeah, I'll help. I can move 5 squares.
And so is Pigeon.
Give Pigeon a little postage stamp.
Yeah.
He's just gonna stick all of them together.
Okay, so who all is everybody's participating?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you the difficulty before you start. 53.
Oh.
And you do get to add your badass rank to it. So roll your badass moves and add your badass rank.
15.
22.
Oh, nice. I got 7.
Got 23.
Nice.
That's done it.
You guys passed with ease. You rolled 67.
Oh, nice.
First, Tarquin is going to open up the copier. Sometimes it's really confusing to find how to open a copier, but seeing as, you grew up in this world of,
business.
You grew up in this business world. And this is from New Albion. You pretty much know exactly how to open it. And you do. You open it, you grab it, you hand everybody. I mean, what are you handing them?
Chunks, just, when the paper comes out of the copier and it's like, bling, bling, bling. I'm doing that, everyone leads at least one in each hand, right?
Okay, yeah, you're making it rain paper.
Absolutely. Bow, bow, bow. And just in case that's confusing, I, real quick with my hands, do the rock, paper, scissors, so everyone gets it. Because there is no world where that doesn't exist.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. And I think that everybody understands that. You communicated efficiently. Everybody... Actually, Mercurius, do you want to re-roll to see if you are able to grab 2 pieces of paper that are flying as he's doing the rock paper, or as he's doing the, make it rain with paper?
Yeah, I probably should. Roll and interact sort of deal.
Yep.
Okay, so 14.
Okay, yeah. So everybody's got 2 handfuls of paper. Do you grab all of the paper out of the copier?
All that was in there.
If you empty it, you have to refill it. That's the rule.
Fuck off.
Don't be an asshole.
Well, then we need to just literally charge at him and surround him and smother him in lovely premium, 200 GSM paper. Charge! Let's wrap this bastard like it's motherfucking Christmas.
Can I jump over the table?
Definitely. And you have a 23, so whatever your traverse is, it's going to be high enough. You can pretty much do whatever you want.
I think he should just walk through it like the Juggernaut. 23, man. Anything. The world is your oyster.
That makes no sense. I was going to say put the paper on top of the table and kick it at him.
Paper's made of wood. So does that count as paper damage? This is a very silly sentence.
Oh my gosh. You guys are killing me. Okay, yeah. Good boy, what are you doing?
I think I'm going to lay my papers out on the table and then kick it at him.
All right. And that's just going to happen because you rolled high enough that pretty much you are God for these few moments.
I think as soon as Good Boy's papers touch, what's his face? Tank Blossom, that's when the other 3 of us pounce and envelope him with the rest of the paper.
Yeah, envelopes are made of paper too.
This is true.
Good Boy's going to kick it off. Literally kick it off.
Oh.
I lay the papers out on the table, and then I kind of kick it up into the air and do a spin kick it straight at him.
That's super badass. I love it. Yeah. It's so that it starts to angle, right? You kick it up on the one edge and then it's almost going vertical and then you kick it straight towards him.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
Hell.
That's like Jackie Chan shit right there.
Dude, for real. That was great. Yeah. You kick it and you hit it into him, and that table and the paper goes all over him. The table breaks. Go ahead and roll. Let's do your D12, and then you get to add your big damage modifier.
So 9.
Okay, and technically, your accuracy roll, you would have rolled it, but we just carry it over from the badass roll, so it's a nat 20, which does double damage on melee. So you do 18 points of damage with that table and paper. And just for the silliness of it all being paper and paper beats rock and you guys succeeded, it's going to do like, I'll just roll a d4 here. 2 more damage. So 20 points of damage to his suit. So you see rock debris coming out of the suit. Everybody else, what are you doing?
Smother him, hug him,
Hug.
Rah.
Yeah. But I also, like, after I smother him, like, somehow somebody else hold it. I want to, like, take a chair and just, like, hit the back of his knees because he's mean. Stuff.
Like to drop him down?
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to do that first because he is very large. You also got a nat 20 on your roll. Let's roll that as a melee damage. So go ahead and roll your melee damage.
Okay, 5.
5 total? Okay, and then that's doubled. And then I'll roll a d4. Oh, wait, no, you're not doing the paper thing. No, I'm just going to include the paper thing as part of this. Like, immediately
Yeah, I want
after.
to hit him and then, like, do, like, quick hands with the paper.
Okay, great. 3. So you get 3 additional damage to that.
Okay, so after Good Boy flips the table, I'm going to quickly take a chair and I'm just going to hit the back of it. Like, is it folding? Can it be a folding chair?
Yeah, it can be whatever you want.
So I'm going to fold it back up and hit the back of his knees. What is that called? Just the back of your knee?
Knee pit.
Knee
Oh.
pit.
Knee crease?
The knee crease. I'm going to hit that, and then I'm going to, like, I shoved the papers in my pocket. I'm going to pull them out, and then I'm going to squish him with the papers.
And then you rolled that damage and you dealt 11 damage doing that. And you can start, as you're doing that, like, you're kind of feeling it, and you can feel coarseness on his suit, but there's also, like, cloth now that you're feeling too.
It's called the popliteal fossa. Duh.
Rolls
yeah.
off the tongue, doesn't it?
I knew that.
Who's attacking next door? Or are you both, are any of you adding anything? So now he's dropped to his knees, which pretty much makes him only slightly taller than you.
Okay, we need to simultaneously wrap him in paper.
Baleon is doing that too, like with her paper. Good Boy pushed the table there, so there's like paper all around him.
Yeah, no, I just mean the next step needs to be cover this dude in paper, right?
Yeah.
That's what I do then. I press my paper against his sculpted abs. Oh my god, and get a piece of charcoal and do a rubbing.
For prosperity's sake.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you doing the exact same thing, Mercurius?
Pretty much. I figure I'm by his left arm, so I've got my papers and I'm just like wrapped around his left arm, which I'm assuming is huge.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty much as big as your torso. As thick as your torso. Both of you can roll simultaneously. Well, what's the goal here? Are you just trying to like wrap it around him? Are you trying to damage him with it?
It's to weaken him later because paper beats the rock shield.
His paper covers rock.
Yeah, it will negate his shield so that we can get to the soft, squishy center within.
You do manage to get paper all over his suit, so he is covered in paper. Whatever reason it's sticking to him,
Oh, now we gotta get scissors. Oh, shit.
it just sticks to him. That's fine. He's a little sweaty, you know? He's a big, muscular man.
Oh,
He's just moist. He's hanging out in the break room a little bit soggy.
Yeah, and the paper just kind of like adheres to him. It's fine. Don't think too much about it. And I think that'll complete your badass move.
Excellent.
Bravo, everybody. That'll be 4 badass tokens to Tarquin and 2 badass tokens to everybody else. What the hell? White does not look good on me. I need the earthy tones of brown suits. You guys are assholes. Didn't refill the paper. Made me look bad.
Wait a minute, is it after Labor Day? Because if you're wearing white after Labor Day, that's a huge faux pas, too.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Man, this guy really looks like an idiot now.
I just rolled for some emotional damage. That's a good point, you know. His ego takes the hit. He's pissed, and he's going to take 4 points of damage.
Nice.
So that was Tarquin first. That was Tarquin's badass move. So then Good Boy's move is Skip, Mercurius, Phaleon, and then it's Tank's turn again. So we go back around all the way to Tank again. Tank is on his knees, and he lifts his hands above his head, both of them, puts them into fists. He slams both of his fists onto the ground, and the earth shakes. 8 squares around him is now very uneven footing.
Seems weird that he's ruining his own executive lounge.
He's Tank Blossom. He doesn't care. The southern wall crumbles a little bit. The couches are now, just like skewed. One of them's going through the wall. The other two like tipped over. From the door, you hear people running up and saying, "Oh, I hear shooting. I hear chaos happening in the executive lounge. We're not allowed to go in there." "Yeah, but the boss could be in trouble. We gotta go in there, right?" "You're not allowed in the executive lounge, so you have to shoot from the door."
Why would they run towards, chaos sounds?
Well, they're guards.
They're just desperate to see inside the executive lounge, finally. Any excuse.
Yeah. Whoa, they have a couch in there? We don't even have tables in the break room. Do they have a table in there? No, they still don't have a table.
Yeah, this executive lounge sucks. It doesn't even have a table. The fridge is all orange and shit.
Plus, the copier is like, beep, beep, please add paper to the reader.
They don't even have paper in the copier. This is, oh man.
So you all get knocked back 1 square, and you take 8 points of damage.
To shields?
Yep, to your shields. And then, I have so many mayhem points that I'm going to spend them. The soda machines start launching soda cans. We've got Phaleon, Good Boy, and Mercurius are in the pathway of the soda machines. They just start shooting out these soda cans, and they hit you all for 3 points of damage.
Oof.
Wait. Okay.
You got Tank in the middle of this large, disheveled ground area. So all of you are going to have -2 to your movement while you're in that area, unless you want to do a traverse check, in which case you can do that, but it'll generate a mayhem point. But then you'll be able to have your full movement if you pass. And then at the door, there are 2 guards and what looks like a mage. And he's also wearing not like a big fancy pointy hat, but like a smaller version of what Tank is wearing. And it has like tech stuff on the top of it too.
Is a mage a wizard?
Yeah.
Is a wizard a warlock?
A warlock is a wizard, I think, but not the other way around necessarily.
What about a sorcerer?
Yeah, the sorcerer. So I think sorcerer is like the strongest one here. I don't really know. I don't know for sure. I even looked this up and I was like, I don't know what the power levels are between them, but they all kind of have different focuses. Like maybe technically Tank is a warlock. I don't really know. I think like warlocks kind of have some sort of like deity or something, kind of like a cleric or kind of like a cleric would or whatever.
So it's like a cleric, but a little more morally ambiguous.
Yeah, so maybe that's what Tank is, as far as I understand it, but I don't understand it very clearly. So, anyway, you've got those 3 guys at the door. So, for simplicity's sake, we're gonna say that Tank is a sorcerer, and that mages are the underlings. So there's like regular guards who don't have any sort of ability, and then there's mages, and then there's the sorcerer. So there you go. That's the state of things.
He's still covered in paper.
Yep.
So I wish to run up to him and use my lighter to set him on fire.
Whoa.
I'm going to say that that's a badass move too.
Oh, getting my money's worth.
Oh.
Yeah, but you have to spend a badass token in order to activate it.
Why?
Your first badass move of the day is free. Every subsequent badass move costs a token.
It only costs me 1 token.
This time, yeah. If you do another badass move, it'll cost you 2 tokens.
Okay. Yeah. Gonna set him on fire.
Is anybody joining in? Anybody want to try and help in any way?
I have a fire fan.
Oh, you do?
Ooh, yeah.
I could swoosh him if you like.
Swoosh him.
I'm gonna swoosh him.
I just want to knock over his hat.
Yeah, that would distract him.
But light him up afterwards, not while I'm there.
Yeah, right.
Well, send Pigeon. Pigeon could do a flyby hat knocking.
Yeah, and then he could fan the flames.
Yes.
I'm gonna send Pigeon to do my dirty work.
Ooh. Pigeon knocks the hat off, and then when he bends over to pick the hat up, that's when Mercurius and I pounce with the fire.
Perfect.
Yeah, and let's say that he stood up after he ground pounded.
He ground pounded himself back to his feet.
Yep, exactly. He like pounds down, all the ground dishevels, and it dishevels underneath him, almost like a what's that pop game? There's like that kids game where you're trying to put the things.
Oh, perfection.
No, you're trying to put perfection. Yeah, it's exactly like perfection, where like the ground is like popping up, and right underneath him it pops him, and he just stands to his feet. So, what a
Is he like
badass!
panicked, like when people actually play perfection?
No, because he knew it was coming, but
Okay.
everybody else, you guys all got knocked back one, and you were like, oh, whoa.
Oh, do we all need to spend a token for this?
I was
or
gonna
is
say,
it just-
yeah. Anyone who's gonna participate, spend a token.
Okay, I'm spent it.
Okay.
You have so many tokens. You don't need more.
Right. Gotta start using these puppies.
You guys are gonna roll your badass dice, and your target number is 35.
10.
I have rolled an 18.
Okay, so that counts as a nat 20.
Nice.
Okay, and then you get to add 2 as well. So I guess it would technically be a 20. Well, 22.
20, oh, does it count as 22?
Yeah, because 18 counts as
Because
a
18 counts as a 20.
So,
Cool.
I rolled an 11.
all right, yeah, you rolled a 43 total. Go ahead, Phaleon, you're starting it off.
Okay, I'm gonna tell Pigeon, I'm like, get his hat off, knock his hat off. And then he just flies over, like the tip, the weakest part. He just like hits the very top and the hat falls off.
Why doesn't he grab it like a little bit on the flyby, right?
Oh yeah, he like puts it in his beak and like drags it away from him too. So it's out of like reach. You can't grab it and put it back on.
We're going to add to your 11 that you had earlier. So you rolled an 11, and then you add 4, you get 15, which is enough to pass it. So Pigeon totally does that. You were perfect.
And then he's gonna hang back. So when they start the fire, he's gonna like flap his wings to fan the fire to make it worse.
Pigeon flies by, takes the hat off, drops it, like 2 squares away?
Yeah, where he can't reach. Does he have like really long arms? I don't know.
Okay. Why don't you roll a d4?
4. Do I add anything to it?
No, we're just going to do that. So he takes it and moves it 4 squares away. I have a silly idea. But what if he drops it off on top of the fridge?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. He drops it and then he like does a little chirp like ha.
This is a very silly combat.
This is great. I love it. So the other 2 go for it. Oh, wait. Well, you were going to put it so that it was adjacent so that he bent over to pick it up. But I think this is just distracting, right? Like he turned around, his back is to you guys, and now he's not going to be able to he won't see you guys coming type of thing. Does that work?
Yeah. So he turns his back, and I'm just going to lean in and set fire to his paper-encrusted suit.
And you rolled a 10. What's your big interact number? Or your accuracy, right?
4.
4, so 14. Yeah, that's good enough. So you're gonna light the paper on fire.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll a d8 of fire damage.
Only a 3.
Well, it is burning his flesh, so he is going to take 6 points of damage to his fleshy flesh.
Alrighty, D6 for my... God, it landed in the corner. It's like wrong. I gotta reroll. 3
Plus your big damage modifier.
plus big damage is 3. That's 6 damage.
Okay, so 12.
Lovely.
Because it's burning and getting his flesh underneath.
Just for flavor, I was a space away. I would like to leap forward that space and kind of spin around and smack him with it.
Oh, okay, nice. Yeah. Well, right, the ground is all askew. It's broken up. So you turn around, step on a piece of ground that's like slanted, and then use that to leap into the air and then slash down with your fire fan, right?
Yeah, very, very cool.
Beautiful.
You burnt.
Here we are at the middle of the episode. I want to thank Nerdvana Games for making this amazing game, Bunkers and Badasses. If you're interested in getting it, you can get it at Tiny Tina Games or nerdvanagames.com. Want to give a shout out to all our badass supporters out there, our ultimate badasses. We've got Voidshift_C, Kelsey, Ray, Colin, which I think last time I accidentally called Colin Chris, so my apologies. So double shout out to Colin. Thank you. We've got Daniel and we've got Ross. So thank you all for supporting the show, giving some money. You can always go and sign up. You can do like a one-time tip on coffee or sign up for a subscription. Eventually, we are going to do a Patreon and we'll have some exclusive stuff on there. Our mid-show promo this week is going to be different because it's going to be a clip of How Not to Dungeon Master's newest episode, which I was the guest on. And it was really fun to chat with Derek. I've met him before. He's actually run a game for me at a con. I've listened to his show for a couple of years now. And so it was cool to be able to play an adventure with him running the game. He did an amazing job, and he does an amazing job with his podcasts. It's a lot of fun to listen to. I used it when prepping for this. I still learn from it all the time. It's so cool to hear the wisdom of other game masters. So in this episode, you can hear some behind the scenes things for Friend and Foe, and also just some of my experiences. Hopefully it helps you learn or at least be entertained. But either way, it was a blast to be on his show. So you can listen to How Not to Dungeon Master wherever you listen to podcasts. Here's this clip of me talking about my first time that I ever played Dungeons and Dragons. So this was 2004 or 5. So it would have either been 3E or 3.5.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, yeah, okay, sure. Why not? He kind of described what it was. I don't think I'd heard much about it. And so I made a rogue. We made that character pretty quick. I was like infiltrating a cult in a cave. And
Classic.
I immediately am like, so I can just do whatever I want. You sure? And he's like, yeah, you just have to roll for it. I'm like, okay, I'm going to take my daggers out. And I'm going to start scaling this wall and get on top of the ceiling and get above them so I can ambush them. And I rolled well enough that I could do that. And he was like, this is great. You know, I was like, this is ridiculous. You know, and then like, all right, I'm going to drop down on him. And like that fails. I take a little bit of damage, whatever. And then the fight breaks out. And then I'm doing all these flips and tricks and stuff, making combat way harder, right? Because it's like, all right, well, in addition to just normally attacking, you're also doing like these skill checks or whatever.
Mm.
But I had a lot of fun and never got invited to play again.
Oh, no.
Middle of the episode, we're going to continue on with the next part of that listener question from Era Mill, who asked, how did you come up with your Vault Hunter, the reason why you went that way in the first place? And so last time we had Mercurius, this time we have Matt doing Good Boy.
As far as like the class goes, I had an idea that I thought would be funny, and it didn't really end up working. I thought it would be funny to combine like a long range sort of character with like a psycho that has the buzz axe, and my idea was like that he would just like jump around all over the place, and I couldn't really make it work. So I think we actually ended up like respecing him and changing a bunch of stuff because it wasn't working, and it wasn't very funny.
Because it was like, it ended up being, you know, after we've been playing and finding out how the game works, it was like, oh, you being a Deadeye, it affects your gun stuff, sure, but it's not that impactful otherwise. And most of the time you're in your action skill. So we respect you to, and now we have one of each archetype too. So now you're the enforcer.
And then as far as coming up with my character, I honestly didn't really put any thought into that. So Riley and I took a improv comedy class like right before we started the podcast. And I really wanted to kind of approach it from like that sort of angle, I guess. So almost everything that I've done with Good Boy has been like in the podcast, except for the origin story with the Harry Potter sort of vibe. That I came up with beforehand, but that was like the only thing.
Yeah, and obviously magic stuff has taken a back seat along the way. It comes up every once in a while. Is there a reason for that? Have you had any thoughts on that, or like shifting attentions or interests?
Like why I haven't done that as much?
Yeah.
I just forget about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I keep thinking that I need to start mentioning that again, but I probably will at some point.
Yeah.
I just need to write it down.
For me, it sort of fits too with the Good Boy idea. it fits with Good Boy because it's almost like ADHD. I relate it to ADHD where it's like, oh, my attention is like, I'm really into this thing right now.
Yeah.
And then next week you're like, I remember when I was in that. Now I'm really into this other thing.
Yeah. It's interesting too how that's become like part of the character, which was, kind of, it comes from the approach that I have, which was like the improv thing. And it's kind of become part of the character. It's just like whatever it is in the moment, that's just how he is. That's where his attention is.
Yeah, and it fits with a psycho. I feel like a psycho is the trickiest one to play as a character. Like, I feel like other characters have grown in different ways or developed in different ways, but like as a psycho, it's hard to like rationalize or justify being like, oh, here's his growth. Here's his character growth of what he's learned and apply it to the next thing.
Yeah. I think you can actually see that a little bit, like in the first episodes, because I'm pretty sure I even said like maybe he doesn't talk at all.
Yeah,
I couldn't figure out like how do you even play a psycho?
Yeah, I know. I don't know if we've talked about that on the podcast or not, but yeah, one of your ideas at first was like, well, he probably doesn't talk very much, so, and that was like a way for you as well to be like, that way I don't have to like
that. Yeah, but also it was like, I think I was trying to go too much with the psychos from the game. I was like, I don't know how to do that. They always have crazy stuff that they say, and it's hard to think of that in the moment.
It really is. It seems like it would be easy to just be like, I'm gonna ride the train to the Poopville, whatever. Well, that's literally what he's like. I'm the conductor of the poop train, is Krieg. But it's hard to like just come up with a variety of stuff on the fly.
Yeah.
We'll stop right there. In the next episode, you'll get to hear Phalion's. Again, Tarquin gets 4 badass tokens, and then Mercurius and Phalion, you get 2. That was a good, you did like a setup, and then you burnt him up. So Tarquin levels up his badass rank.
Yeah.
Finally.
There you have it, and then it is Good Boy's turn.
So are the people at the door shooting at us, or are they just standing there?
They're like in a ready position to start shooting at you.
They're just waiting for their turn to come around?
Yep, exactly. They haven't fired yet. They were asking for permission to come in or debating it, and they were told they have to wait outside.
Okay. I am going to take out my buzz axe. I'm going to throw it at one of the guys in the doorway.
You have the clearest shot on the mage because he's standing directly in front of the doorway. And then the other 2 are taking full cover. So you would have a -8, I think, on that if you were to attack them because they're like behind the wall. You can just see part of them.
Okay.
Which I guess technically you don't have accuracy here, but I think I would make you roll. I'm going to make you roll accuracy if you attack those other 2.
I'll go for the mage then.
Go ahead and just roll your damage then.
Throw my buzz axe at the mage, and I dealt 14 damage. Oh, and then I have one more, right?
Yeah, you have 2.
So here's a question for you. I have my buzz axe on a string, right?
Yeah.
Does me swinging my buzz axe count as, by the string, does that count as a melee attack?
During that episode where everybody came together with Sailor and all them, you swung it around, like you used it like that, and we counted it as a badass move.
Right.
Here, I would say though, like I don't think it would work here.
I was gonna try and go for the other guy, the muscle wizard.
Oh, you totally could. You can move towards him. You're pulling back your string. I mean, that could be very cinematic, right? Like,
okay.
It's badass, but it's not technically a badass move because you're just moving and recalling your buzz axe, which you're totally allowed to do.
All right, I'll do that. So that is 22 points of damage.
You pull it back as you're running, leap into the air, catch the buzz axe, come down, swing it at him, and do 22 points of damage. Wow, you guys are pretty tough. Mad props, bruh. It is going to be the enemy's turn now because Mercurius and Phalion participated in that badass move. So there's the Montpellier guards that are hiding behind the door. They swing in, just, not into the room. They're not allowed in there. And they start shooting. One of them has a pistol. One has a shotgun. The one with a pistol shoots at Good Boy, dealing 7 points of damage. And then the shotgun one swings in and shoots with it and does 10 points of damage to Phaleon.
Oh, I'm almost out of shield.
And then you see, really the only person who would potentially see is Tarquin. Roll an insight.
14.
You see the mage over there kind of wave his hands and try and do something, and nothing happens.
I'm going to call out to the others and say, that mage seems a bit shit. Either that, or he's hearing impaired and he's doing sign language.
Wait, would it be, because it's like ASL, right? Would it be ESL if it's Elaspis? Elaspis sign language is just a lot of giving people the finger.
So Tank is facing the direction of the fridge, and he turns around after being lit on fire. It kind of goes out. He's patting at himself. He starts to turn around, but he kind of swoops down onto the ground and drags both of his fists against the dirt. You see chunks of rock dig into his fists, like they're going into his flesh and poking out. And now he's got these jagged rock knuckles. And he...
Rockles.
He does a 360, first punching Good Boy, then Mercurius, and then Tarquin for 19 points of damage.
Woo!
Each,
yeah.
19?
Yeah.
Kyle, damn it, that's a lot.
That is a lot of damage. It would have been 3 less if I'd have got closer to you, but I didn't.
And then he sprints over to the fridge. As he runs on the jagged earth, it kind of smooths out for him, but then re-jaggeds behind him, re-dishevels itself behind him. And that's where he's going to end. He's right by the fridge. And then it is back to Tarquin's turn.
Is there any rule, like... Right, here's what I want, team.
Are you doing another badass move?
No, I don't know. Right. Phaleon.
Yes.
If Pigeon were to open the fridge door and then I were to fire a rocket into Tank's back, would that blast him into the fridge and then Pigeon could then close the door of the fridge?
Wait, can Pigeon open the door? Because if he can, I say, let's do it.
What say you, God?
Yeah, why not?
Is it one of those like fridge doors that like has the little lever? Because he could like put his body weight on the lever and open it that way.
Oh my gosh.
It is like a 70s fridge.
Yeah, this is a very old, orange, gross-looking fridge. Like, it's still clean. It's a clean fridge. It's in the executive lounge, but like, gross as in out of style.
But it will come back.
Basically, I want to Hansel and Gretel this dude.
Oh my gosh. I love you guys so much.
And if it is a badass move, I'm happy to pay. I'm happy to pay the tokens.
Yes, it is a badass move.
Excellent.
Yeah, you're welcome to do that.
I was gonna say maybe I could throw my buzz axe and get it into the stick it into the fridge and then pull it towards him too. Like pull the open fridge.
Oh, so the rocket pushes him towards the fridge, but you pull the fridge, and so they meet in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's kind of diagonal to the fridge. So really, by you throwing your buzz axe, you could angle it too and pull it towards him. That would blast him into it.
Okay.
I love that
True,
idea.
but if the door opens this way, he will hit and then, using the laws of physics, bounce into the fridge.
Alternatively, he could just smash the door off.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's a swinging door. It's not like it's a wall. And even
hang on.
still, walls smash.
While we just discussed this, I'm just going to do a cheeky insight. Okay. Well, I've rolled an 8. Is the fridge, by any chance, a mimic that could eat him?
You're not sure, but you think that's within the realm of possibilities.
Yeah. Carry on.
Okay, here's what I'll do. I'm going to roll a badass die, so if it's an 18, 19, 20, it'll be a mimic.
Excellent. With a tongue.
Oh my hell. Okay, I rolled a 19, so...
Yeah!
Only because it's a badass move. If you succeed, it is a mimic.
Why do they have a mimic fridge in the executive lounge?
Because they're executives.
And if he knew that, why'd he get so close to the fridge?
Maybe it was just replacing. No, what it is that it's a tame mimic. Like they trained it to be there. You know, like it's an employee essentially.
I was going to say maybe Matthias and his crew replaced the fridge with a mimic while they were doing their recon.
I think Bob in admin is the office joker. He's like, God damn it, have you replaced the fridge again?
That'll teach you guys to steal my lunches.
Tarquin, Phaleon, you're spending 2 tokens to participate in this. Good boy, this is only your second badass move you're participating in, so 1.
Cool.
Okay.
All right, and then everybody rolls.
10.
15.
I got 13.
So you got 38. You guys did it. You beat it by 3.
Yes.
I think Phaleon's the first action here, so go ahead.
I'm going to direct Pigeon to go to the fridge and put all his little body weight on the handle, push it down, and open the fridge.
What did you roll again on your badass? Okay, yeah, easy. He does it.
He lays on it and he like puts his wing under his head like that. What's that position?
You know, the seductive position.
Yeah.
The momentum is going and he's like laying and he's got that like seductive look as his wing is supporting his head and laying down.
He looks super cool.
Yeah, so cool. And the door swings open. There's like teeth on the inside of the fridge. Yeah, what can I get you today, boss? It's like the chef. It's their personal chef is a mimic. Okay, and then good boy, you're up.
I'm going to throw my buzz axe so it like bites into the side of the door, and I'm going to pull it so that pull on the string that's attached to, so it pulls the fridge out from the wall, so the opening, his back is to the opening.
Perfect.
I have a question. Oh, like if the fridge unplugs, does the mimic die?
Oh my gosh. No, there's no plug.
Oh, what?
Yeah, it's just a mimic.
I want that to be true though.
I
Just
know.
goes, "Ooh."
Oh, you know what it is? The power. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna play off of that, and I'm gonna say that the power cord in there is what tames him. It's almost like a binding spell, so that he's almost he's like on a leash.
Ah.
And there's a spell that's a part of that cord, the power cord, that keeps him civilized. Go ahead, Matt. What was your roll? What was your badass roll?
13.
What's your big number for your interact?
4.
Okay, 17. So yeah, you definitely do it easily. You throw your buzz axe. It goes into the fleshy door. You pull it, and it angles it just in front of the guy. The cord behind is like coming loose, and he starts to get like a little bit more ravenous. The mimic does as it's pulled out ever so slightly.
The Fleshy Door is my favorite erotic fantasy novel, by the way.
Oh no. Could that be the episode title? That might be the episode title right there. The Fleshy Door.
Gross.
Brilliant.
Mercury. Also, you know what? Roll damage for that. Roll your 3d8 and then add
3d8.
your big damage modifier.
So 11 plus 8, that would be 19.
Okay. You do 19 points of damage to the mimic fridge.
Oh, but he wasn't doing anything.
Yeah.
Poor little fridge. All right. So now it is angled, and that means that Tarquin is up.
Would I be right in assuming that Tank, now that he's seen that the mimic is getting a bit more ravenous, like I can see he wants to run away or move away from it, so I'm gonna whip out Claudette, fire a rocket at him, and blast him backwards into the waiting jaws of the Fleshy Door. Do I still have to like roll the accuracy and do all the damage stuff for the rocket launcher?
What was your accuracy before?
You mean my badass roll?
Your badass roll. Was it 10?
It was 10, yeah.
10. And then what's your big accuracy mod? Or accuracy number?
Yeah, it's 5.
So 15?
Yeah.
It just depends on if you want to up the damage to the next tier. I guess you also have you can just up it with your skill, huh?
Am I close enough?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to use, close enough to ramp it up to the top level then. Okay, so hang on, that was a 14 plus a 3, 17. But because I've got the splash, half of that damage goes onto the mimic as well, as it's adjacent. So 17 on Tank and 9 on the mimic.
Tank turns 90 degrees to the right. He's going to run towards the exit where those other guys are. As he's turned to the side, you hit him with your rocket launcher, and it throws him right into the fridge. The tongue of the mimic fridge wraps around Tank and then pulls him in, but Tank's a really big guy, so he doesn't quite fit all the way in there. One of his arms is outside above the fridge, and his left arm is all the way in there, and his left leg are all the way in there, but his right leg is kind of on the ground, like stomping around. And I'm going to have the mimic attack. The mimic is going to chomp at him.
Yes.
And he takes 13 damage as the mimic noms on him.
I'm going to decide that the mimic is female, and her name is now Frigid. Well done, Frigid.
Cute.
I love that.
But as it noms on him, and when you shot the rocket launcher towards Frigid and all that, the blast, it shakes loose the cord. And so now Frigid is wild. Yes. Let loose, let off its leash.
He's free.
Just, and that was another badass move.
Can I just say that all my turns this game have been badass moves?
It's great. Yeah, so you gain 4 badass tokens, and then Phaleon and Good Boy gain 2.
So I spent 2 and I gained 2.
Yeah, so it was a wash.
Yeah, it's fine. Pigeon had fun.
Good Boy, you used your turn, so then we go back around to Mercurius.
Hey, I've been watching this debacle unfold and enjoying every minute of it. I think now that I've got a little turn, I've got my loot pistol out, yeah?
Yes.
Remind me, it's swapping weapons, how does that work? Does that take your like firing action, your attack action
Nope.
to do?
You can just do it, but it generates a mayhem action for me. A mayhem point for me.
Worth it, because that's the whole gimmick of this loot pistol. So I'm gonna chuck it. Was it the TDR guns that you would just throw them like a grenade when you reload?
Yes.
Yes, so I'm gonna chuck it in the fashion of a TDR pistol in the direction of the mage and the two guards over there.
Okay, you're chucking your loot pistol.
Yeah, I'm tossing the loot pistol and swapping over to diplomacy.
The loot pistol has that specialty where if you have a roll a nat 1 or if you reload, it becomes a little miniature golem. So it's a little mini loot golem now.
Yay!
Aww.
And it will attack on its own. Furior is the brand in B&B. TDR is in the Borderlands universe. So the loot pistol is totally a Furior.
It's inferior.
Yeah.
So that's done. I'm doing that, and then I'm gonna scooch. Well, your shields are pretty low over here, aren't they? Move 2 squares in between Good Boy and Phaleon. Should I get them in a bubble shield or attack? My shields are gone. I've got some HP remaining. I'll be okay. You guys are all right?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay. And while Frigid is munching on the big boy, I will just take a shot at Mage guy. The one in the middle. Middle and Mage. Roll an accuracy of 22 and dealt 16 damage.
You see the corrosive bullets melt away the last of his armor. He's got kind of the brown earth tone robes on, and it totally just sticks on there and melts. It's very similar to what Tank had. It's a part of there, but there's cloth underneath, so he's not naked.
Oh, good. That would just be awkward.
Yeah, right? Oh, boss, are we allowed to come in yet?
No, you can't come in here. Crisscross applesauce. No one else compete with us.
You just hear muffled screaming inside of Frigid. Do you have anything else you want to do on your turn?
Ooh. I do still have a grenade left.
Yes.
Where is that? 1. It's 1d4 splash damage, d8 damage die, malefactor, shock grenade. I guess I might as well. We're probably going to get some loot from these guys. We're stock back up on grenades, so I'll toss that. Wait a minute. How far are they? They're 6 squares away.
Yeah, so I think you just need to roll an accuracy, right? That's how you do grenades?
I believe so. Give it a shot. Why not? I've got this grenade. I don't want it anymore. I'm getting rid of it. Ooh, that's a 3 plus 2, 5 for accuracy. That is not going where I want it to.
You throw it in between the two of you and it just explodes and nothing happens.
And just for completion's sake, I rolled a 6 for damage and 2 for the splash. So take that, ground.
I'm going to spend a little mayhem point here. And I rolled a random thing to happen in this area. When Tank was hit on the back of his knees, some pens came out of his pockets, and they are just there on the ground in front of Tarquin, and they explode, and ink goes out everywhere.
Were they flare pens?
They weren't. He's not fancy. He's not cool. Yeah, and so now there's ink on Tarquin.
Okay.
That's literally it.
Oh.
You
What
look like
color?
a fool.
Oh, no.
They're brown pens. They explode, and the brown ink gets on Tarquin's chest plate, on his pants, on his face.
Does it look like I've shit myself?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely. You know what? And that's how you take some damage, is that,
Like embarrassment damage.
yeah, the others hear that.
I'm just going to look at them and go like, honestly, it's not shit. It's not shit.
And since the pens are lower, they're on the ground, they explode upward. So the majority of the ink is on your pants. So go ahead and roll a d4.
Hey man, it's okay. This is a combat situation. It's high stress. These things happen. Everybody poops themselves like once at least.
We don't take bathroom breaks, so.
It's true. There was a bathroom in Bastian's office, and you guys did not use it. You take that 1 point of embarrassment damage, and that goes to your health. The two Montpellier guards lean in. The one with the pistol goes and shoots at Phaleon, dealing 11 points of damage.
Okay, so I took 10 damage, right?
11.
11?
Oh, no, 10, because Mercurius is right next to you, so you take 1 less damage.
Thank you.
What's your health at?
39.
And then, this is where you guys got lucky, because I rolled a nat 20, which means double damage for enemies. I rolled a 3, and he gets a +3, so that's only 6 and then 12. So you only took 12 damage. The shotgun goes in, shoots. Mercurius takes 12 points of damage.
Just a flesh wound.
What's your health at now?
26.
You look over at the fridge.
Her name is Frigid.
Oh, yes, you're right. Tank. You look at Frigid, and Tank is deep inside Frigid.
Oh my
Wait.
god.
And he is going to fist her real hard.
Oh no.
Oh, babe.
You see her door explode forward with tremendous force as he punches her mouth, her jaw. I don't know what that would be, I guess, Some teeth fly out. She screams in pain, and he manages to get out. But as he's getting out, she chomps at him. She takes 15 points of damage, and he takes 16 points of damage. And now she's on the loose, and he's on the loose, and he is going to run. Oh wait, no. He's gonna stay right next to her. But he is out of her.
He has pulled out.
That is only 70% effective from what I've read.
It is Tarquin's turn.
I'm probably just going to fire Claudette at Tank again. He's still standing next to Frigid, right?
Yes.
Okay, so she's going to take some splash damage. I rolled a 14 for accuracy, and I'm going to use close enough to push it up to the next bracket, and I'm dealing 11 damage to Tank and 6 splash damage to Frigid.
The heat of it dries him off a little bit from the slobber of the mimic.
Excellent.
He's looking pretty exhausted. This is ridiculous. What kind of shenanigans are going on in this fight?
You were there.
Whatever happened to just a straight up brawl? Fists, guns?
Well, sorry to disappoint you, mate. But because it's a Stoker, I get a second attack at -3 accuracy.
Oh my gosh.
So-
How's that for shenanigans?
Oh my gosh.
The
The level of shenanigans.
And tomfoolery. Maybe a little bit of horseplay.
I got a 7 for accuracy, so I'm going to use my final close enough to ramp that up just to the middle bracket.
Okay.
And I am dealing, another 11 points of damage. So that's another 11 to him and another 6 to Frigid. Shenanigan that, you fuck.
Oh my. You're the fuck. You see him trying to force close his vest. Gosh, I look like a damn fool here.
Yeah, and you don't even have a hat anymore, so...
I would like everyone to note that Frigid is currently wearing the hat.
Yeah.
Oh my hell, you are totally right. I am going to...
Oh, it's the hat.
Oh.
There's that mage, and he like pushes his hands forward, but instead he turns into a fridge.
What?
He turns into a fridge.
Yeah, he turns into a fridge. He's got his little mini hat on top of the fridge. The door opens and he's like, what the hell's happening? Oh, gosh. And then I also did another mayhem point. There is a chair right next to Tarquin. And that chair just so happens to be another fucking mimic.
Oh, what?
Oh, goddamn.
And that chair is going to attack Tarquin.
Can it be called Share?
Yes. I'm Cher, motherfucker! And it starts
Oh.
chomping on you.
I've got a name for the wizard that just turned into a fridge. He could be Friginald.
So that chair mimic launches towards you. It's only 1 square away. The cushions open up and it starts munching on you, chomping down on you. You take 14 points of damage.
If I could turn back time, I'd fucking run away.
What the hell kind of executive lounge is this?
What a chaotic fight. So Tarquin already went. Good boy, it is your turn. You're still in your action skill.
Yeah. I'm going to attack the muscle wizard. I'm going to throw it at him first. So 8 for the first one.
So you throw your axe, you hit him, you deal 8 points of damage.
And then I'm going to do kind of the same thing that I did before, where I pull it back to me as I'm running towards him, grab it, and smack him. So 14.
Tank is looking very bloodied.
Do I get one more movement, actually?
Yeah, you can. But you can only move 2 squares because of the difficult terrain, unless you want to roll a traverse check. Because you had to move 2 squares to Tank to melee him.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to move 2 squares away then. I don't want to be right next to him. I want to move, like, toward the door.
Okie dokie. So, good boy, then Mercurius.
Could really use some shield regen. Kind of thinking. That's 2 squares. I could get next to Tarquin and his mimic, and I think I will do so.
Hi.
Hello. Fancy meeting you here.
This is Share.
Oh, nice to meet you, Cher. I loved your sophomore album. I don't remember what it's called. So fake fan. Total fake fan. I suppose... You know what? I've got a shield potion as well, but... Am I going to take 26 damage next turn?
I mean, you can see that Tank is pretty bloodied.
Yeah, I think I'll risk it, you know? And if I die, then that's all right, too. I'm good with that. Sometimes you die, you know? It happens. So I will shoot... I mean, we still got 2 mimics and a fridge mage and a couple of guards to deal with. You're only 3 squares away. Okay, diplomacy it is at Tank. I'm going to shoot Tank with diplomacy. Accuracy of 10 and 16 damage for Tank boy.
You shoot at Tank. Bullets are hitting him. He falls down to 1 knee. This is the most embarrassing way to go. I always thought I wanted to die in combat, but not like this. And he collapses to the ground.
Oh my god, imagine getting killed by these 4 clowns.
And a fridge.
Frigid, you see the tongue go forward and grab his leg and pull him into the fridge slowly. Nom, nom, nom.
Oh man, but our loot though. Hey, give it back.
And then she burps and loot flies out.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, Frigid. You're a real one.
Okay, so real quick, I had the people in Discord throw out some things that could happen that I could spend mayhem points on, because part of mayhem points is you can just spend the points to have some random shit happen. And so the soda machine launching cans, that came from Jeff from Big Campaign Stories, woot woot. Exploding ink pens came from Dan the GM from What the Dice.
All right.
Thanks, Dan.
2 great podcasts. The office chair mimic came from Aramil, who's in our Discord.
Yeah, I didn't even question the vending machine thing. I was just like, yeah, that stands to reason that they just have like projectile vending machines that blast the shit out of them whenever they're trying to have lunch.
Yeah, exactly. So I just had it like numbered in there, and they were feeding them to me while we were playing even. So like I added more as we played and just rolled like a D6 and then a D8 as more got added. So there you go. Thank you to our Discord for contributing to the mayhem of this combat. I think it was really entertaining.
Yay. I love the Discord. That's so cool.
Hey, thanks for listening to Friend and Foe Adventure Co. We hope you enjoyed the episode. If you enjoyed the show, rate and review us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and or Good Pods. If you've already done that, tag us on any of your social medias at FF Adventure Co. and let us know what your favorite moment of the episode was. My personal favorite was when things happen. You can find links to our social media, Good Pods profiles, Ko-Fi, Discord, and whatever else in the episode description. Our next episode will be in 2 weeks, October 24th, and it may just be a spooky little flashback adventure. Thanks again for all your support, and until next time, remember, badasses, you opened this can of whoop ass, now lie in it.
Vault Hunter, I'll watch your back if you watch mine, Vault Hunter. Those bandits better run and hide. You got your 20-sided die. You got a sparkle in your eye. You got your guns. Let's get some.
Tank is on his knees, and he lifts his hands above his head, both of them, puts them into fists, and then just goes... Oh my gosh, why did I phrase it like that? Goes down, and it's fine.
He's a nice wizard. Of course he would.
Tank Blossom would not go down.
That's true. Yeah, if he's kind of a stinky jerk, he would never